So pretty much the draft was about my natural hair journey, specifically on the cruise, and like how it felt like everybody was staring at me. And I know people be like, oh, nobody's looking at you, but people were like looking. And I was feeling super self-conscious about it. I thought I was doing I don't know. I was just like, is there something in my nose because I stay having boogers in my nose? Is there something in my teeth because I stay having something in my teeth? Is there something, like, is there drool on my face because I stay having a good sleep? And after, like, so I realized that after, like, maybe 3 people actually opened their mouth to say something to me, and I'm all here for, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. So the 3 people that did say something, the first one, oh my God, why am I still zoomed in? The first one was a man, and I was at the bar, and I was talking with my sister-in-law, and then, like, he tapped me, and I was like, I kind of jumped a little bit, and he was like, that's your hair, right? This is not a compliment, obviously, because it's from a man, but that's a whole nother conversation for a different day. And I was like, he's like, yeah, I could tell it's your hair because there's a little bit of frizz. Okay. So the second person that opened their mouth, it was a compliment, and I was going in line to get food, and I saw her like staring directly at me, and I immediately like put my guard up, right? Like I put my shield on, my black woman shield, don't fuck with me kind of shield. Y'all know, those who know. And she was like, how did she open up the conversation? She was like, oh my, that's how she was like, my hair was, I had my hair dyed similar to your color before I turned gray. How is your hair? Is it breaking? Which has been a very common question from people. And I was like, actually, and I told her, I was like, it's only been 2 months, but everything's been good so far per my hairstylist. And she's like, oh, that's so nice. And, she's like, how do you care for it? And I explained blah, 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 blah. And then the third person, we were in an elevator, and it's close proximity, and I was talking to my husband about my hair, and then the lady was like, oh, me and my daughter have your same hair, referring to, like, I think the texture, not the color, because her hair was in braids. And this is no shade to people that wear their hair in braids for vacation. Just let me continue the story. So I just realized this, though. When you go against the grain, especially when you look like me, a black woman, it is very uncomfortable. Like, I'm not even going front. Like, I do my best to say I don't care, but there are times where I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I should just be like everybody else. I'm saying these things out loud to help you and to let you know, like, for me at least, it takes some time. It took me a long time to get here. And by here, it means loving my hair for the texture it is, because and let me say this, I'm learning my hair. Notice I didn't say I learned my hair. I'm learning my hair and what it needs. My hair needs a lot of moisture. When we were in Honduras, I had my hair out, and it was living its best. Like, I was feeling it. I was like, oh my God, this humidity. Like, my hair loves humidity. Others may say, oh my God, my hair gets so poofy, it frizzes. But this is a question that I have for you. When you think of your hair, what image do you have? Like, that's something else too. So, like, you can't get frustrated with your hair if you have a completely different image of what you want your hair to look like. I'm gonna leave that part for that, like, at that. But this video, yes, it's probably gonna say natural hair. I'm hoping they put natural hair for the search option. But really, like, come close, okay? When you come to my corner of the internet, I want to give you permission. This is a permission slip to not wear your hair natural. No. I am giving you a permission slip to live life on your terms. Not what I say, not what your husband says, not what your kids say, not what your friends say. Look, this thing ain't even staying on my head right. But I want you to live your life so loudly. And that doesn't necessarily mean by you coming online. It doesn't mean that. Living life out loud looks different for every person. We are all uniquely made. Remember what I said a few minutes ago in this video, that when you go against the grain, it's also you being yourself. this video is all over the place, but I know this video is releasing somebody. It's releasing somebody. It's giving somebody the permission to live life on your own terms. And for me, like I said, I hated my hair, right? And it was because of yoga. That was also what I said in that draft. I got deleted forever, but that's a side point. Yoga is how I got here. Yoga is why I'm able to show up so unapologetic to you all. It is hard at times, yo. This scarf, that's not a bonnet. That's a whole nother conversation. But anyway, I washed my hair. I did an everything shower because we just came back, and head to toe, everything done, okay? But because of yoga, and I teach more so the philosophical side of yoga. I do the physical side. I got a 30-day yoga challenge launching July 1st. But me, I do the 7 other limbs, okay? There's 8 limbs of yoga. I more so be staying in the 7 limbs lane, whereas like your mindset, the breathing, the like just, it's a lot of mental stuff when it comes to yoga. Western society has marketed it to lose weight, to snatch and all that, and anyways. But because of yoga, I have been able to learn self-love, to be more compassionate, to release judgment. Don't get me wrong, these things, it's a daily thing. Like, I'm mentally on my mat daily, confronting myself daily, okay? But anyways, that was what I was getting at. And the video is about the same time as the other video, so that means I said everything I needed to say. But the takeaway from this video is, do you. It's gonna be uncomfortable. For me, my example on this vacation, it really was an act of like, are you gonna do you, or are you gonna care what other people say and like put your hair in braids and whatever? Like, y'all ain't gonna bully me into getting braids on vacation. I said what I said. Anyways, talk to y'all later. Bye.